Good evening. This is Gina with Stars Touch Heartfelt Healing. I'm going to do a guided meditation that you can use at any time just to relax. And this is going to have the distant Reiki energy healing along with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your energy. If you can just take a couple deep breaths. And as you continue to breathe softly as we go on a journey in our minds, picture the view from your front porch of a log cabin deep in the woods at the base of a lush green mountain. You're on vacation for this trip and you're leaving all your worldly cares and concerns behind you. The smell of the pine trees in the warm morning sun is pleasant as you sit in a comfortable chair, enjoying the peace and serenity that surrounds you. Fog gently rolls off the mountainside as the sun evaporates the morning dew. You can hear birds are singing, and their songs seem to be calling you into the forest. You slowly rise from your chair, walk down 3 steps, and that leads you to the ground below. There's a path near the cabin that leads into the dense part of the forest. The trees are so thick that you can't see very far down that path. As you enter the path, a cool, moist breeze gently caresses your face, bringing a sweet-smelling fragrance. The path meanders along through the woods, curving around giant old trees with flowering vines, forming a beautiful canopy above you that stretches in every direction. A rabbit lazily hops by you with little ones following closely behind her. They stop and turn towards you as if they have no fear. And then they turn and continue on their journey, disappearing behind some small shrubs. You walk further through the woods, and in the distance you can hear the sound of the rushing water. You leave the path and walk in the direction of the water. As you near the water, the canopy of forest opens up to reveal a soft blue sky, not a cloud in sight. In this opening, a creek cascades off the edge of a cliff and gently falls into a clear pool surrounded by rocks. On the other side of the pond, you see some deer drinking cool, fresh water as the dragonflies flutter across the surface of the rippling pond. The waterfall flows always into the forest, nourishing all that lives within it. There's an opening on the cliff behind the waterfall. The morning sun is feeling very warm as you decide to find relief in the cool shelter of the rock. Behind the water is very cool mist it soothes your skin from the heat of the sun. Looking through the water, you can see all the colors of a rainbow performing its elegant dance as the sunlight reflects off the water. Even the trees and rocks on the other side seem to be melting into various shapes and colors, and the water glides through the air. You reach out your hand to touch the water and find it to be a pleasant temperature. Without thinking, you take a few steps towards the water and it falls all around you to the earth. You take a drink of the water and it tastes clean and pure, refreshing after you walking through the forest. As you look out from the pond, the waterfall, you notice frogs jumping into the water and turtles basking in the sun on some rocks. Their shells lying in the sun. Being in the presence of such majesty fills your heart with joy and gratitude. You are overcome by feelings of peace and serenity. Continue to look around you at this glorious view, enjoying every moment. An eagle soars above you, effortlessly floating in the breeze. As you step out of the water and back into the warm sun, you notice a flower-covered bush with colored butterflies surrounding it. This truly is a magnificent place. But it is time to head back to the cabin, so you walk back in the direction of the path, back into the cool forest. Squirrels are leaping through the trees in a playful game. Walking further, you can see the entrance to the forest near the cabin. You leave the woods and slowly walk up the porch, sitting once more where you began that day, in the comfortable chair. But now you have a feeling of peace and joy. Remember that you can return to the place of peace anytime you want by simply closing your eyes and saying to yourself, I can choose peace rather than this. Taking one last deep breath as you exhale, begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. And when you're ready, open your eyes.